There are mini golf courses all over Las Vegas, inside casinos, off the strip, and tucked into random spots you'd never quite expect. We tried every mini golf course in Las Vegas, from casino attractions to off-strip spots, and ranked them based on experience, value, and fun. Hello? Anyways, quick note on how I'm ranking these. Fun, experience, price to value, and whether it feels uniquely Vegas. Two quick exclusions before anyone asks. The rec center off the strip is temporarily closed, so we're not including them today. And we're also excluding Adventure Dome mini golf. It was also called Pirate's Bounty online, simply because it's $60 just to get a wristband to go into Adventure Dome, with no guarantees that the mini golf would actually be open. Everything else, fair game. With that in mind, let's get started on our first stop. We're starting on the strip at Mandalay Bay with Swingers, probably the most hyped mini golf spot in Vegas today. Prices start at $35 a person for 9 holes, so right away expectations are high. I paid for a $15 add-on to do the arcade as well. That's 30 minutes unlimited. When you book online, there is a time slot that you choose. You can choose whatever time you want, and there's kind of a window in which you can show up. From there, they will tell you which course to report to. There are multiple floors. We were on the top floor. I believe it was called the Carnival course. Everything is super clean, polished, and clearly well maintained. The place is run really well, and the staff is super friendly. Visually speaking, I totally get the hype. The lighting is beautiful. Everything's glowing, music's playing. It's kind of a club vibe. It's fun. It's amazing. But once you start playing, the holes feel repetitive, especially for how short the course is with 9 holes. There was a moment where we were literally standing around waiting on one hole. There was a group of 4 stacked ahead of us, another group caught behind us, and it just felt kind of awkward. There's not really places to sit or wait. And when mini golf starts feeling awkward instead of fun, it kind of loses the point. No shade on the employees. I do genuinely think they try their hardest to stagger the groups, but it's inevitable, right? And when I thought the employee was going to come and help the funnel that we were stuck in, she simply just asked if we wanted $22 drinks, in which I had to pass. Now, if you remember, we did opt for the arcade add-on, and honestly, we had more fun doing that than playing the actual mini golf. We won prizes, but they're cheap, so not totally worth the value, but that alone says a lot. It does feel Vegas, but it's also a concept that exists in other cities and other places. And realistically, I wouldn't come back for the mini golf. Maybe drinks or a pre-club situation, maybe the arcade, but definitely not to play. Swingers lands at a 5.2. Gorgeous space, a little pricey, frustrating experience. Next up is John's Incredible Pizza, fully off-strip and very much a family spot. Think of this as an add-on experience to a buffet. So the buffet is actually $14.49, which is very inexpensive for a buffet. Now here you essentially load money onto a card to use at the arcade games, and that also includes the mini golf. So I'll be real, I just threw $10 on the card and hoped for the best. It ended up being perfect because the glow golf, as they call it here, ended up being $5 a person. And it was interesting how this is self-serve, so you just slide your card, choose the little ball color that you want, which actually didn't work. We just got a random one, and you do it. Now, let me just say, the price honestly sets expectations correctly. There's 8 holes. The course is super simple. You can see it's a jungle theme, so it really commits to the theme, but the balls are foam and super bouncy, so that was an unexpected plot twist, mostly because the balls bounce weird, the carpet ripples, and nothing here feels really precious or well kept. The jungle theme truly commits, an actual effort was made, but you are surrounded by an arcade, so the immersion breaks pretty much constantly. It's visibly worn, not dirty, just maybe old, uneven floors, loose carpet, little dips everywhere, but it's $5, so you get what you get, right? I do want to say though, the buffet surprised me. It reminded me of a CC's pizza, but honestly better than I expected for the price, and it didn't give me a stomachache after. I'll be frank, this doesn't feel Vegas specific at all. You could theoretically put this anywhere. Would I come back? Only if I was already here with like kids or just wanted the buffet. John's comes in at a 2.7, cheap, honest, and very clearly an add-on, but no shame. Alright, so now we're at the Rio for Kiss Mini Golf, adjacent to the strip, if you will. The Rio is currently going through upgrades, so honestly, who knows how long this will even survive. Alright, so pricing. It's $13.95 per person for a full 18 holes, which truly is a solid value. The theme commits hard. It's loud, niche, chaotic, unapologetically Kiss. At one point, I caught myself thinking, oh, this feels like a very specific era of Las Vegas. The holes are mostly fun, some are genuinely challenging, but a few do repeat. I appreciate the fun, like, trick shots through tubes and stuff. It's classic mini golf. Everything's clean, the staff is really friendly, it even has a museum add-on about the band Kiss as well, if you're into that. But it does feel dated, like it hasn't been updated in a while. Could this exist elsewhere outside of Las Vegas? Sure, but it's random and specific enough that it still feels very Las Vegas. We genuinely had fun. I just didn't feel the urge to immediately go back and do another round. They do gift the loser a free voucher to come back though, so that's a nice value add. Kiss lands at a 7.5. Fun, very Vegas, just a little stuck in time. Next up, coming to you from the basement of the Horseshoe is Twilight Zone Mini Golf. It's the same exact price and same number of holes as Kiss, which makes them really easy to compare. So $13.95 a person. I believe this is the same company that made this mini golf too. The biggest differentiator here is space, figuratively and literally. We could talk, laugh, take our time without feeling like we were holding anyone up or like we were waiting around. Similar to Kiss, the Twilight Zone theme really commits and stays immersive the entire time. Everything's in good condition, clean, functional, well-maintained, friendly staff, like what more can you ask for? But this could easily exist outside of Las Vegas. It feels a little less niche than Kiss. I believe the square footage of this mini golf is bigger than the Kiss one as well, so it just felt less crowded, just generally speaking. But I would absolutely come back. It just felt calm. And again, just like the other mini golf before this, you get a free ticket to come back. Twilight Zone comes in at a 7.7. Not flashy, just consistently good. And finally, Popstroke, down on Las Vegas Boulevard near Townsquare. I'm really trying to lock in for this one because for some reason I always call this place Pop Smoke, and it literally has nothing to do with the guy. Tickets for unlimited, yes, unlimited mini golf start at around $35 to $40, depends on the day and if you're using like a local discount or a military discount. They offer 2 courses, both are 18 holes. So 36 holes total, and there's literally no duplicative holes. There isn't really a theme, but it is clean, modern, and minimal, which I do appreciate. Everything is in really excellent condition, even though it's outside and subject to the Vegas heat in our monsoon seasons. But what I really appreciate is the intentionality. Everything feels designed really, really well. There was a moment where we finished one course, and instead of feeling like I'm done, I'm over with this, I was like, wait, let's do the other one. This is great. I will say though, it is a little different than standard mini golf. The putters are heavier, and the turf really feels like a putting green, so it is a bit more challenging, but it was still fun. They're also really thoughtful. There's benches, so if you are waiting behind a group, you can sit and wait. There's hooks for your purses, drink cups. There aren't servers in your face like begging you to buy drinks. It's just really nice and relaxing. But I would say the best part is that you can show up and leave and come back again and leave, and it's all under that same ticket that you get at the start of the day. Truthfully, this is the only place on the list that we went to that I would actively choose to go back to. Great job, Popstroke. You take the top spot with an 8.0. Best overall mini golf experience in Las Vegas. Okay, now that everything's been played, scored, and thought through, here's where everything landed. Popstroke takes the top spot. It's not the most over-the-top or themed, but it's the most complete experience. It has the best replay value, best course variety, and truthfully, it was the only place that I wanted to keep staying and playing mini golf. Second is Twilight Zone. If you're staying on the strip and just want some classic mini golf, something that just works, this is for you. It's a really safe recommendation. It's immersive, spacious, and really consistently enjoyable. Kiss comes in third. This one fully commits to its theme. It's loud, niche, a little crazy, which honestly feels really Las Vegas. It's dated, but still fun and worth trying at least once. Next is Swingers. It's stunning to look at, but the experience doesn't really justify the price. This was my biggest example that if something looks amazing or it's hyped online, it doesn't always equal great play. And last is John's Incredible Pizza. It's cheap, it's fair, you get exactly what you paid for, $5 mini golf. But as mini golf, it's very much a value add-on, not necessarily the main event. And once you see everything next to each other, the differences become really obvious. Vegas is really good at selling you a feeling or hype, and I wanted to know which places really live up to that, especially if you're investing your own money into it. So if you've tried any of these mini golf spots in Vegas, and perhaps you had a different experience, I would love to know about it. And if you like honest Vegas takes without all of the fluff, you're in the right place.